Thanks, Perry, but you left out some important details like how the boys were yelling from the bench, "He's a lefty, he's a lefty, he's a lefty," and how you suffered spiritually, emotionally, and sexually after that fight. Oh, wait a minute, that was me. Sorry. Anyway, these yahoos asked me to do a tough guy stories, and I said, you gotta be joking. I've got hands like Donald Trump. Anyways, I acquiesced and agreed to do it upon one stipulation. I'm not naming any names. I'm not ratting anybody out. No names. Colin Patterson. 2 T's, 1 S. Used to tell me you got to get into one fight a year whether you need it or not, just to let management know you're still here. So at the end of my illustrious NHL fighting career, I had a record of 0, 11, and 0. No wins, not even a sniff. However, my wife, Patricia Patrice, of almost 40 years, a world-class euchre player, but that's for another video, will argue that my record is actually 0, 10, and 1. Yes, 1. It was back in the 80s in the Saddle Dome. My wife's sitting up in the wives' lounge with Tim Hunter's wife, a very, very tough man, enjoying an adult beverage, watching the play-by-play on the TV, and the announcer comes out and says, 2 flyweights going at it. There's a fight on the ice. Bozek and combatant. Well, anyways, they're watching the television, and the next thing it shows me going to the penalty box, smiling, cleaning, not a scratch on me, and combatant going to the penalty box, bleeding like a stuck pig. Blood everywhere. So we go on, we finish the game, and after the game, we did win. After the game, my wife comes running up to me and says, "Wow, you finally won one." And I had to say, "Well, sorry, honey. When the fight started, I was swinging like Austin Powers in the 60s. Didn't land a punch." Anyways, the linesman laughed, jumped in to break us up. And when we went down on the ice, I looked at combatant and I saw a big anchovy on his nose. For not you at the NHL, it was a big scab, and I reached over and just ripped that thing off, and he started spewing blood like a Leduc 1950s oil well. So, needless to say, I think my record was 0, 10, and 1. And at this time, before I pass it along to a truly tough guy, Lanny McDonald, I want to take a little time out to let you know that Donald Trump says that Tamarack Brewing Company beers can cure coronavirus. I don't know if I can believe anything that man says. I'm not sure it's a cure, but I do think that it can prevent coronavirus because I've been drinking it for quite a while and I have not caught it yet. Anyways, I pass it along to Old Stash, a truly tough guy, Lanny McDonald.